Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. This is Shivani from Ashram, Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji, for your sweet association. And thank you for all your wonderful services. Welcome, Mataji, for today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for attending all the sessions and thank you for your wonderful chanting. Thank you for always being there and blessing us, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Chandra Varja Priya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Maharaj ki jai. This is Shyama Gauri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shyama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the beautiful recitation of Bhagavad Gita today. And welcome to the call, Mataji. Thank you for all your wonderful services you do and always attending all the calls, Mataji, in spite of your so many services. Hare Krishna.
I think Mataji is here.
Yes, Mataji, I'll read Srila Prabhupada's quote and I will hand over the call. Hare Krishna, Antaranga Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much for coming.
Please continue. I'll be back in a minute.
Take your time, Mataji. Take your time. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce or?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji, for all your services and thank you for joining today's call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, Mataji, shall we start the Srila Prabhupada's quote for today? So, dear devotees, welcome to our mid-morning session. Today we have Her Grace Antaranga Tulasi Mataji talking on Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya Kanda. Mataji will be talking on 13th chapter from texts 69 to 76. So fortunate to hear from you, Mataji. Thank you for being here. And we know you have a small baby, but still here you are. Kindly giving your association. So very grateful for that. And before I hand over the call to you, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today, Mataji. It is a very sweet quote. Rich man's son, he hasn't got to do anything. So his brain is devil's workshop. This was instructed by His Divine Grace at London on July 22, 1973. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Mataji. We are all waiting to hear from you. So please take over, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mataji, clearly?
Yes, Mataji, it's clear.
Oh, Krishna, the current's gone. Anyways.
Still, we can see you. No worries.
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to thank all of you for calling me back for speaking on to Caitanya Bhagavat. It's always such a pleasure to be with all of you. And I would like to begin the class by chanting the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रधायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयप्रताप स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमाचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथाधामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्ता Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Khanda Chapter 13. That is what we want to discuss today. And
Hare
I'm
Krishna,
very happy.
Mataji. Sorry to
Yes,
disturb you, Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, are you on data? Because I see light is not there, so you can turn off your video if you are on your cellular data.
I'm on my cellular data, yes. But the
Okay.
current's gone.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying that if you want to save your data, you can turn off your video. That's fine.
Yeah, anyways, it's so dark.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, reading from Madhya Khanda, Chapter 13. First, for my respectful obeisance at the lotus feet of Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur, who so wonderfully composed Chaitanya Bhagavat, which provides such beautiful description of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. It is so much so, it is amazing because I was just reading today. I mean, as I was preparing for the class, okay, Mataji sent me the text, Madhya Khanda chapter 13. So I opened it and I saw it was Jagai Madhai pastime being described in this chapter. Now, if we see Jagai Madhai pastime, when does it happen? It happens in the early days of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan pastimes beginning. That is, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as baby Nimai, and then he grows up, he performs his Vidya Leela, he's a scholarly person, he gets married to Lakshmi Priya and then to Vishnu Priya. And then he is performing, then he goes to Gaya, meets his spiritual master, he comes back to Navadvip and he starts preaching Krishna consciousness. He starts preaching the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, not exactly preaching, but within his own house in Srivas Angan, he performs Kirtan in association of devotees. And then in this chapter, we see how, for the eyes of the general public of Navadvipa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Nimai Pandit, a ordinary scholar, very extremely scholarly, but an ordinary, simple, normal scholar. But to the eyes of the devotees, he was the most pure devotee they have ever seen. They also came to know that he's a supreme personality of Godhead. So they knew who he was. And in this chapter only, we find the Sankirtan movement is being taken outside Srivas Angan. First, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in this chapter, we saw he orders whom? Srila Haridas Thakur and Sri Nityananda Prabhu to go to each house, go door by door, and make them chant the holy name. Tell them about Krishna. Make them worship Krishna. This was instruction. So, for the first time, is going out. And as they start their preaching movement, they come across these two drunkards, Jaga and Madhai. So this is just the beginning of the Sankirtan pastime. And now after this, the Sankirtan movement spreads like anything in Navadvipa. And then Mahaprabhu takes sannyas, and then the whole beautiful pastime after sannyas is there. When Mahaprabhu travels to South India, he travels to Vrindavan, he travels to Ramkeli, he travels to Bengal. He stays 18 years in Puri and performs so many pastimes. But just see how wonderfully Vrindavan Das is describing these pastimes, so much so that the whole Adi Leela is just the childhood pastimes of Nimai. And from Madhya Leela only Mahaprabhu's preaching Kirtan itself starts. Whereas if you see Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, Mahaprabhu's childhood pastime, his marriage, his sannyas, everything is covered in Adi Leela. And Madhya Leela begins with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already being in Puri. So just wondering that how wonderful it is that here we find Madhya Leela, it is the mid of Mahaprabhu's pastime. Madhya means the middle part. And we are still in the beginning of the Sankirtan movement. It was very interesting for me. And I'll just give a brief recap of this particular chapter that we're discussing. So as I said, Mahaprabhu comes back and he starts doing Sankirtan in the house of Srivas Thakur. And then he ordered Haridas and Nityananda Prabhu to go and preach. Now, there was this text 18 of this verse was so beautiful. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, the two controllers of the world are going door to door and making everyone chant. So that is how he introduces or he describes Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. Who are they? Haridas Thakur is Lord Brahma himself. He is the controller of this world. He is the creator. He manages the whole entire system of the seven heavenly planets and the seven hellish planets and the earth and the whole who goes where, the karma thing, the entire cycle. Everything he manages. Any issue in the universe, the first person to ask the universal co-director is Brahmaji. So that is Brahmaji. Haridas Thakur is Brahma. He is the one who writes everyone's fate. And the other person, Nityananda Prabhu. Who is Nityananda Prabhu? He is the one who is bearing the entire 14 planetary system, not only one 14 planetary system, but many such universes on his head in the form of Anantasesh. And they're just like mustard seeds on his head. And he is the source of the gravitational force by which we all exist. And he is the sustainer of the entire universe. So they both are two controllers. And these two controllers, just see how merciful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime is, how merciful the Lord is and all associates. They have come not only for them to relish Krishna Prem, not only for them to relish the mood of devotees, but also to mercifully give it to all of us who are one of the most fallen souls. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we see Mandaha Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Upadritaha. These are the qualifications for a person to be born in Kali Yuga. That is, in the entire time cycle, those souls which are the most fallen, which are the most useless, they are all coming in Kali Yuga. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his Parshad, his associates, Swaparshada Sviyodhama Saha Avatari. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori. Having taken mercy on the jivas of Kali Yuga, the fallen souls, Swaparshada Sviyodhama, along with his Swaparshada, his own associates and his own abode, he has appeared. And what is he doing? Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kori Bare Dan. He has appeared to distribute the Atyanta Durlabha, something which is very rare. Prema, the love of Krishna. Kori Bare Dan, to give that in charity, to give it for free. And Shikhaye Sharanagati Bhakatera Pran. And he has come to teach the process of Sharanagati, the process of surrender, which Shri Krishna spoke. Sarva Dharman Bharityaje Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Spoke and went. So what is the process of Sharanagati? He came to teach that. And what is the Sharanagati? Bhakatera Pran. This Sharanagati, surrendering process, is the life and soul of all devotees. So for that, Mahaprabhu and the associates have appeared. And they're all such wonderful persons. They're all complete in themselves. And these two controllers, they are going door to door, begging everyone, knocking and begging everyone to chant. And when they're doing this, Vrindavan Das Thakur explains the different reactions that they faced. When they would go to some door, they were dressed as sannyasis, mendicants. So when somebody would open the door, if they were pious people, Then when they saw the sannyasis, they welcome them, offer them prasadam, and take instructions from them. And when Nitai and Haridas would tell the request or the order of Mahaprabhu, then that is Bhaja Krishna, Karo Krishna Siksha, worship Krishna, chant Krishna's names, think of Krishna, then they would pleasingly accept and they would say, yes, we would do it. It's a reaction of the pious people. Then there were these misguided people of Navadvipa. What would they do when they were being told like this by Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas? They called them crazy. You both are crazy, you both are mad, and you are making you have come to make us also mad. Get away from here. Like this, they were chastising and sending them away, not taking their words to the heart. They are the impious or they are the misfortunate people. Unfortunate people, sorry. So this was another reaction they faced. And then there was another kind of response that they also got, which was there were certain personalities, you can say those who are very puffed up, who consider themselves very high class brahmanas, who consider themselves very scholarly, and they felt they should be respected everywhere and at all time. So those personalities, they tried to enter the house of Srivas Thakur when the kirtan was going on to see what are these people doing inside. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's strict rule was nobody except the close devotees should enter the house of Srivas during the night kirtan or when they were performing Sankirtan. So they were so angry that they were not allowed inside. No, we are such great personalities. The entire Navadvip respects us, and the small boy Nimai and the Srivas didn't allowing us into their home. They were so puffed up. So when Haridas and Nityananda, they went even these people's house to give the same nectar that was within the house of Srivas, which they couldn't access. They were not allowed. Now the same Lord is coming. Nityananda himself is coming out and he is going to the doors and giving it to them. But they were so angry. They were so puffed up. They had offended Srivas Thakur and Vaishnavas that they were ready to beat Nityananda and Haridas. No, they would call, beat them, beat them. These people don't allow us inside. They were so angry, they were trying to beat Nitya and Haridas, and of course, Nitya and Haridas would run away. So, this is the kind of response that the controllers of the world received. So, lesson for us from this is when personalities like Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, such great personalities, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is personally present, the Supreme Lord is present with them in Navadvip, and he is instructing them, they're following his instruction. Still, this is how they were accepted when they went to preach. They faced such mixed responses. So, what to talk about us when we go to preach? So, therefore, but we see that Nityananda and Haridas, how would they respond when people were beating them or trying to beat them or chastising them? They would simply laugh. They would not take anything to heart. That, oh, they have done like this to me. I'll never give them Krishna Prem again. He tried to beat me today. I'm not going to give him Krishna Prem again. Nobody was thinking like that. All Nityananda and Haridas would just laugh and they would again continue their service. And every day evening, they would come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and report that day's preaching. Okay, went to these houses, this person accepted, this person didn't accept, this was the story of the day. Like this, they would report every day. So as they were performing their service in this way, one day they came across these two drunkards. They saw them from a distance, and then Nityananda Prabhu inquires from the Navadvip Vasis about who are these two personalities. So that time, Vrindavan Das Thakur describes the Navadvip Vasis are telling to Nityananda and Haridas who are Jagai and Madhya. So very vivid description you all would have heard by now of how there was no sin that they had not performed. They're called patakis. They were meat eaters, drunkards, they were burning the houses of people, even killing cows, attacking brahmanas, so and so many attacking women. So like this, there's no sin that they have not done. One of the most sinful personality in the world. So they were like this. They're being described. And then very beautiful point Vrindavan Das Thakur says in that context is these people had performed all the sins, but because of their sinful nature and because of their this kind of a bad behavior, they were never interested because of their misguided mind. They never were interested in sitting with Vaishnavas or discussing Krishna Katha like that. So they never got a chance to associate with Vaishnavas and therefore they never blasphemed any Vaishnava. So even though they performed all the sins in the world, they had still not committed Vaishnava Aparadh. And then Das Thakur beautifully describes that how if one performs Vaishnava Aparadh, one blasphemes a Vaishnava, one blasphemes Sri Nityananda Prabhu, then there is no deliverance for that person. Whereas, no matter how many sins one performs, the mercy of Sri Gaur Nitai are always there for them. So, in this way, after hearing from them, the Navadvip Vasis, how the glories of how Jaga and Madhya are sinful, after hearing the description, Nityananda Prabhu decides that if these two are delivered, then the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Patita Pavan, the deliverer of all the sinful people, will be furthermore known all over the world, will be re-established. And if I am a true Chaitanya Das, then it is my duty to make sure Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy comes to them. This was the mood and purpose behind this pastime of Jagai Madhya Uddhar. This is Chaitanya Das more Naam. My name as Chaitanya Das will then only be fulfilled. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name as Patita Pavan will be fulfilled. It is my duty as a servant of Chaitanya to ensure that his name as Patita Pavan is re-established, is more and more shown to the world. So therefore, these two have to be delivered. And then Nityananda Prabhu performs a very beautiful activity, which is a big lesson for all of us. What does he do? He tells to Haridas Thakur, "Oh, Namacharya Haridas Thakur, if you desire and if you show your mercy on these two personalities, then they will surely be delivered." Nityananda Prabhu is the supreme personality of Godhead himself. And he is telling Haridas Thakur that you should show your mercy. Then these two personalities will be delivered. So he's setting example that how when we also go to preach, we should never think that it is our activity of preaching. Actually, it is only by the mercy of Vaishnavas and the Supreme Lord that we can preach. And if we preach and that person becomes devotee, or that person very gladly accepts the message of Krishna, then it is the mercy of the Vaishnavas and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is where we stand today, and we'll continue. Nityananda also tells Haridas in the previous verse that you were beaten by the Muslim king. He had sent some people to beat you in 21 marketplaces. Because of just the one reason that you are chanting the names of Krishna. You were beaten in 21 marketplaces. And still, what was in your mind at that time, Haridas? You were always praying for the welfare of those who are beating you. So that is the mode of a devotee. That is the extent a pure devotee has compassion in his heart. No matter what one person does to him, we can find this throughout Bhagavatam, everywhere. This is one of the striking characteristic of a pure devotee is, no matter how much he is troubled, he never thinks the opposite person as the cause of troubling him. He always sees the hand of Krishna in it, and he doesn't blame Krishna. Krishna, I am doing so much for you, yet through this person you're troubling me. Whatever troubles come, he sees it as a blessing and always wishes for the well, always desires that the opposite person be happy. Real happiness. So Haridas Thakur was praying to the Lord to not punish them and to bestow his mercy on them, even though they were beating him. So therefore, Nityananda Prabhu says, therefore you should desire that these two personalities are being delivered. So we are going to continue from them. From that place, Nityananda Prabhu is talking to Haridas Thakur. Text 69 of this chapter. जनगाय अजामिला उद्धार पुराणे साक्षाते देख एबे एति न भुवने. Just as the Puranas sing about the deliverance of Ajamil, now let the three worlds directly see such pastime. So, okay, this purport. The word Tribhuvana refers to the 6 upper planetary system, the 7 lower planetary system, and the earth. The pastime of Jagai and Madhya's deliverance in Sri Navadvip Dham in this material world is not simply a scriptural narration like the topic concerning Ajamil that is recorded in the Puranas such as Srimad Bhagavatam, nor is it a past incident of this ordinary world Rather, such activities are found even now in the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya. So, Nityananda Prabhu is proclaiming that in the Puranas, like Srimad Bhagavatam, we find the description of the pastime Ajamu. Indeed, it is very wonderful of how he performed so many sinful activities. He left his wife, he left his parents, he was living with a prostitute, he was performing all heinous activities to earn money to keep his family happy and everything. And we see that the power of the holy name is so much that even such a person, unknowingly, not even meaning to chant the name of the God, but still addressing his son, he chanted the name of the God and he got delivered. It's very powerful and very motivating when we hear this pastime and we accept it as the truth. But for in general public, even though the story is so famous, everybody is not so much. They don't take it to the heart. This is the power of Haran. Let's start chanting from today. No, it's a story. It happened once upon a time. But therefore, Nityananda Prabhu is saying that that is a story heard in the past. But now let the whole world see that how these kind of people, Jagan and Madhya, are being delivered. Let them know the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let them know how powerful is the holy name that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has brought. Let them know the power of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Mahaprabhu is known as Audari Avatar. He is the most, he is an incarnation of mercy. Rupa Goswami says, Namo Mahavadanyaya, the most magnificent personality. So that extent of Mahaprabhu's mercy can be known through this pastime of deliverance of Jagai and Madhai. Very interesting. Jagai and Madhai are so heinous and they were delivered. Rupa Goswami, when he meets Rup Sanatan, when they meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Ramkeli, they say, Jagai Madhai She Koti Koti Guna Adhama Patita Amidui Jana. We both are Koti Koti Guna. Thousands, many times more fallen than Jagai and Madhai. And therefore, you have to deliver us. Oh Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is not great that you delivered Jagai and Madhai. But it is because they were not so fallen as us. We are many more times fallen than Jagai and Madhai, and your name as Patita Pavan will be successful only if you deliver both of us. That is the humility of a devotee. They're so humble that they consider themselves more fallen than Sri Jagai and Madhai. So therefore, Nityananda proclaiming that let the whole world know the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by deliverance of these two personalities. Nityananda Tattva Haridas Bhalo Jane Pai Uddhara Dui. Nityananda Tattva Haridas Bhalo Jane Paila Uddhara Dui Janile no Mone. Haridas knew well the glories of Nityananda Prabhu. Therefore, he could understand that the two were already delivered. Since Thakur Haridas acted as Namacharya in this world, he knew perfectly well the truth about the original spiritual master of those who chant the holy names. While seeing the present situation, that Thakur Haridas could understand that Jaga and Madhai would certainly be delivered. So Nityananda Prabhu was telling Haridas Thakur all this. You are so glorious. You were waiting. You were praying for the welfare of those who are beating you. So if you show your mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will deliver all of them. By your mercy, these two can be delivered. Haridas Thakur patiently hearing all these things, and he understood in his mind that Nityananda Prabhu has decided that these two personalities have to be delivered. So if Nityananda Prabhu desires the Supreme Personality of God himself, is it not possible? Of course, it's going to be done. Because he knew who is Nityananda Prabhu in real. हरिदास प्रभु बोले सुन महाशय तुम्हारो जे इच्छा से प्रभुरा निश्चय. Haridas Prabhu said, listen, O Mahashay, your desire is certainly the Lord's desire. Haridas said to Nityananda Prabhu, whatever you desire is fully approved by Shri Gaurasundaram. So this reminds me of the pastime of Shri Raghunath Dasa Goswami at Panihati. of how when Nityananda Prabhu decides something, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately accepts that person. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never denies something that Nityananda Prabhu has decided. And if Nityananda Prabhu is upset with someone, if somebody offends Nityananda Prabhu, then there is no use of him directly worshipping Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is explained very wonderfully by different pastimes. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, there is the pastime of Gunarnava Mishra, of how he disrespected Nityananda Prabhu and his follower and he was doomed. Similarly, there's the pastime of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami of how he worshipped the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu and he attained the entrance into Sri Vrindavan Dham. Similarly, Raghunath Dasa Goswami, how he, by serving Nityananda Prabhu and his associates and getting the dust from the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, he attained the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and eventually the residence at Sri Radhakund. So therefore, Nityananda Prabhu, whatever he desires is fully approved by Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And our gateway to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. In fact, interesting in the previous verse, how Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his purport, he says that Thakur Haridas acted as Namacharya, he knew perfectly well about the original spiritual master of those who chant the holy name. So Nityananda Prabhu is the original spiritual master of those who chant the holy name. Means all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas is the original spiritual master. So therefore, what is the meaning of accepting the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet? It means accepting the shelter of our spiritual master. Because our spiritual master is a direct representative of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So therefore, if we want to get entrance into Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy, if we want to become a recipient of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy, of chanting the holy names purely, then we have to take shelter of our spiritual master. Take the order of our spiritual master, just like as we will see ahead in the coming verses, how Haridas and Nityananda Prabhu take the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without just follow the order of the spiritual master. When we do like that, then we can get entrance. We can please Nityananda Prabhu, and by pleasing Nityai, Sri Gaurasundar is pleased. And then we can get the mercy of Krishna Prem. Can we go to next verse, Mataji? Amare bhadao jeno, poshore bhadao. Amare she tume puna puna e shikhao. You deceive me just as one deceives an animal, and in this way you repeatedly teach me. Haridas said, My appeal to Krishna would simply teach how to demand the respect of a Vaishnava and command the Supreme Lord. But I am like an animal without discrimination between what is good and what is bad. If according to your statement, I consider myself a Vaishnava and think that the most merciful Krishna will deliver two sinners by my request, then I am no better than an animal. Although I am an animal devoid of discrimination between good and bad, your act of concealing yourself from me is indicative of my animal nature. I am a living entity who has forgotten Krishna. Therefore, since you have a strong desire to engage me in the service of the Lord by reviving my constitutional position, I have many things to learn from your activities. Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has so wonderfully explained the mind of Srila Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur is saying, just as one deceives an animal, you are deceiving me. You are telling me to shower mercy on these people. Who are you? Supreme Person of Godhead. And who am I? In the mood of a humble devotee, he is truly considering himself to be as equal to an animal who cannot discriminate between what is good and bad. We know that Haridas Thakur is not like that. He is Namacharya. Otherwise, we can understand his great position just by seeing that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu chose him and Nityananda Prabhu to go and preach, be the first preachers of the Harinam Sankirtan movement. So that means we can understand how the power of Haridas Thakur, a person who chants so much a day, who is so perfect in this etiquette, who is a perfect Vaishnava, when he goes and preaches, the power of preaching is manifold. Sanatan Goswami tells to Haridas Thakur that there are in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, when they both are staying together in Siddha Bakul, he says there are many personalities who preach but don't follow what they preach. And there are many personalities who follow a great standard but they don't preach. But you do both achar and prachar. And therefore you are Jagatera Arya. You're the best person in the entire world and the best teacher. That is what Sanatan Goswami tells about Haridas Thakur. So that kind of a person is Haridas Thakur, and look at his humility. He's considering himself like an animal. He says, I don't have the discrimination of what is good and bad. And you are engaging me in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And by this, you are teaching me so many things. So he is accepting himself as a student of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. That is the mood of a preacher. We are all the student, we are all the followers of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada is an eternal transcendental person who is in the association of Sri Krishna. We can understand with the way he wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, way he wrote Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, way Krishna book and all his books and his lectures, how the Supreme Lord is directly speaking through him. It's completely empowered by the Supreme Lord. And we are so fortunate to be attaining the association of such a personality through his books, through his lectures. And at such a small time frame, just few years ago, Prabhupada appeared and went. So we can see him through the videos, we can hear him through his lectures, we can talk to Prabhupada through his books. So all our duty is to learn from Prabhupada and preach. We do not have the power to discriminate what is good and bad, but we have to accept the shelter of Srila Prabhupada and follow what he says in his books. They will teach us the discrimination. Prabhupada will directly teach us everything. Just like Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada is from the spiritual world. He came to this material world and he came to the, he went to places in the West, which is just like the situation of Jaga and Vadai, meat eaters and drunkards and whatnot. And he went and preached to all of them. Why he preached to all of them? Because of his compassion. Because of the compassion in his heart, and because just like Nitai and Haridas are carrying off the order of the Supreme Lord, just like everyone carries the order of the spiritual master. Like that, Prabhupada carried out the order of his spiritual master, Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. For that one word that Saraswati Thakur said, you are an Englishman, why don't you preach to the English people? I mean, you look young and educated and you know English, why don't you preach to the English world? For that one word, one sentence, Prabhupada made it his life motive. And he went and preached to a place where he had never been before. And he went and preached and he established ISKCON. The ISKCON's incorporation day is coming in New York. He incorporated ISKCON. He made this life-saving oasis in the world. And today, because of ISKCON, we are all able to read these wonderful literatures. So Prabhupada is trying to revive our constitutional position. And we are eternally grateful to him for doing that. And what is our duty? Our duty is just to follow the instructions of such a personality. And by that, learn what is good and bad. And just continue serving Srila Prabhupada, serving the Gaudiya Vaishnava mission. When Haridas Thakur spoke in this way, Hashi Nityanandataye Dila Alingan Atyanta Komala Hoi Bolena Vachan. Lord Nityananda smiled and embraced Haridas. He softly spoke as follows. So, Hashi Nityananda Tane Dila Alingan. Tane means he held him and brought him. So Haridas was there. Nitai was so happy by hearing what Haridas Thakur spoke. He pulled him, smiled, pulled him and embraced Haridas. And then holding Haridas to his chest, he very softly spoke to Haridas as follows. Next verse. Can I go? प्रभुर जे आज्ञालय आम्रा वेदेता प्रभुर जे आज्ञालय आमार वेदाय ताहा कही ए दुई मध्य पेर ठाई Let us go and inform these two drunkards of the Lord's order that we are carrying around. So Nityananda decides, come, let us go. Since Jaga and Madhai are fully intoxicated by wine, they are not eager to hear topics about worldly morality or welfare. Still, in order to follow the most merciful Gaurasundar's order, we have accepted the responsibility of propagating the holy names to the general mass of people, including the sinful. Sinful people cannot even understand topics of worldly welfare. Therefore, to describe to them topics about the kingdom beyond this material nature often appears irrelevant. But actually, sinful people have a special qualification and right to receive these topics. So they both are going to go and tell Jagai and Madhai, who are completely always in intoxication, who will not understand what you speak. It doesn't make any sense to them. They are in a different world. To them, they're going to go and tell Gauranga Mahaprabhu's instructions. Siddhanta was explaining that for such a kind of person, even if you talk about the welfare of material world, okay, earn nicely, stay happy with your family. And normal worldly things also, if you tell them, they're not going to understand. They're going to only go and hit you. So such people, they're going to go and speak about the spiritual world, which is completely very, very far from what they're thinking. It's a 360-degree opposite to where they are. So this is the decision of Nityananda Prabhu, the courage of Nityananda Prabhu. So this preaching movement is following in the footsteps of Nityananda Prabhu. He is the preacher in Gaudiya Vaishnava, in our tradition. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, the Goswamis, they all wrote literatures for the devotees to follow. And Nityananda Prabhu and his followers, they were the line who went and preached to the most sinful people, and they brought them into the movement. And then those devotees, when the people accept to follow Krishna consciousness, then they come to read the books of the Goswamis and learn more and more about devotion, read Srimad Bhagavatam, and then progress in devotion. But this going out and preaching, the Nagar Sankirtan, the Namhatta program, this all come under Shri Nityananda Prabhu. So this is Nityananda Prabhu's mood. And our ISKCON movement is completely based on the mode of Shri Nityananda Prabhu, of preaching. Preaching is the essence of our movement. So they decided to go. Siddhanta Thakur is so wonderfully explaining here that sinful people have a special qualification, even though what we explain to them is appearing to them irrelevant, but they have a special qualification and right to receive these topics. This is speciality. So this is like in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is this verse that Kali Yuga is filled of faults. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asti heko mahan guna. Kali Yuga is filled with fault. What is the fault? Explain this. This verse comes to the end of Bhagavatam. In the beginning of Bhagavatam, Canto 1 itself, the qualification as we discussed is mentioned. Manda, Sumanda, Matayo, Manda, Bhagya, Upadrita. This is they are ill-fortuned, they are misguided, they are lazy, they are dumb, dull-headed. This is the qualification of people of Kali Yuga. So there are, and apart from this, there are many fault of the Kali Yuga itself. The short lifespan, very short lifespan people, memory is not so good. These are all there. But Asti Heko Mahanvana, there is one wonderful quality of Kali Yuga. Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parambraje. Just by taking the chanting of the holy name, they can very easily go back home, back to Godhead. So, this is the nature of Kali Yuga. So therefore, this in Kali Yuga, the process which we have to take to go back home, back to God, it is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra is what? It is Golokila Premadhan. It is not, okay, the people are very sinful, so we give them a process fit to them. It's not a very low process. It is the highest process one can ever think of. It is a process which is this chanting of the holy name, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is something which is one of the most rarest thing in the world. It is not available even in Brahma's planet. Tasyeva heto prayatita kovido nalabhyate yad brahmatam uparyada. Narad Muni tells to Vyasdev in Canto 1 He says that the devotee should aim for that Krishna Prem, that Bhakti Yoga. What is that thing which is Bhakti Yoga? What is that thing? That is that which cannot be attained even in traveling in the 14th planet system up and down. From Satya Loka, from Brahma's planet up to Patal Loka, you cannot get this bhakti. It is that rare. And the intelligent people, they work towards that, attaining that. Because what is in the material world? We are getting life after life. How many millions of life we are in the material world? We have certainly experienced from Satya Loka to Patal Loka, everything we already experienced. There's nothing new to experience. It is the same. Prahlad Maharaj says, Punah Punah Charveta Charvananam. We are chewing the chewed again and again. There is a higher taste which is not available in this world. That taste Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has brought. Nityananda Prabhu is giving that taste. So that that is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is Mahamantra is that rare. And that is being given to this most sinful people. Why is it given like that? Why is it that the sinful people have a special qualification and the right to receive these topics? That is because for the most fallen people, the most powerful dosage has to be given. If you're most sick, you're in a very difficult situation, a person is very sick, is almost on the verge of dying, he is given the most powerful dosage to bring him back. So therefore, this entire Kali Yuga, we are also sinful, we are all like we are in the ICU. We need intensive care, and only Harinam is that one which can give intense care to our heart and remove all the dirt that is there for millions of years. Remove all of them. So that much powerful cleaner is Harinam. The power of Harinam is shown here. The power of Harinam is so much that no matter how much sins we have performed, no matter how much time we have forgotten Krishna and we are struggling in this material world, no matter how many anarthas we have in our heart, everything can be cleaned just by uttering the holy name. That faith we should have in the holy name. This process is meant for us. Siddhanta Thakur says we have a very special qualification. We are so unfortunate to be born in Kali Yuga. We are in the most unfortunate situation, most precarious situation. But still, we are the most fortunate person because of all the people in this world, of all the people in the entire universe, we are the selected few got the special qualification to receive the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to come in association of this Gaudiya Vaishnava culture and to get association of Srila Prabhupada and his transcendental literatures. So we are that special qualification. And if we let lose this opportunity also, then there's no end to our misfortune. Then even more than everyone, we are the most unfortunate person. That is when I read this line, the last line of this purport was so amazing. Look at the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Actually, the sinful people, he has appeared, Mahaprabhu, his associates, our entire acharyas, they are Vaishnava Acharya, our whole line, they have all appeared just for giving us, bestowing upon us this rare opportunity, this special qualification. Like Prabhupada said, when they asked him what qualification we had, Prabhupada, to come into movement, I made the good fortune for you. I made the qualification for you. So these acharyas, we are very sinful, correct? But they have made us, they have come with this name as Patita Pavan. Patita Pavan Gaurahari, Patita Pavan Nityananda Prabhu. Why have they come with this title? This title gives us the special qualification. I have come to deliver the most fallen personality. So are you the most fallen? Yes. So therefore, what should we do to receive this? We should understand, we should realize that we are the most fallen personality. Not just through our mouth, but realize at our heart that yes, we are very fallen. And then beg to Nityananda Prabhu, beg at our spiritual master, beg to the Supreme Lord to give us the mercy. You are Patita Pavan, O Lord. Just like Rup Sanatan, from their core of their heart, they said this word, we are thousands and millions of times more fallen than Jagai and Madhai. We just read through this chapter, what not sins have Jagai and Madhai done? Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami were such gem of people. They were filled with Vaishnava qualities. But they considered themselves so fallen because they were working under the Muslim king. They felt themselves so sinful. Even though they were working under the Muslim king, We see from the description that internally they were completely detached. They established Radhakund, Shyamkund, and Gupta Vrindavan at their residence in the government quarters, and they were reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Association of Devotees, performing their work outside, but internally they were completely pure devotees. Still, they said this verse to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with full humility in their heart. They were so humble to the extent Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told them, remove the humility from both of you. Your humility is breaking my heart. That was the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that means how much humility we should possess. Devotees should possess. We as devotees should possess. That much humility they had. Sanatan Goswami, his disappearance day was just yesterday. He is mentioning how when he came to Puri Dham and he's meeting Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu is embracing him. He's feeling so bad that the Lord is embracing him. I'm completely unqualified. He did not enter the Puri temple. He was patiently waiting for the Lord to come out during Rath Yatra to catch a glimpse of the Lord. He would not, Sanatan Goswami would not even walk across the Simhadwar. What to talk about going inside the temple of Jagannath? He felt that if I walk across the gate from Siddhabakul to Gambhira, the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is residing, is a very short distance. One can just come by passing across the temple. But Sanatan Goswami did not go to Mahaprabhu that way. He went around the temple, Jagannath temple, the backside of Jagannath temple where the sea beach is there. And it was so hot. The sun was, it was noon time. Sun was on its peak. And walking on the beach side, the sand was so hot. And Sanatan Goswami, already his body was filled with wounds because of not getting proper water. He had a disease condition where the wounds all over his body. In that condition, just wearing a loin cloth, the whole heat was falling on his body, and he was walking on the sandy beach and running because he was getting late. Mahaprabhu was waiting for him. Time was running. He was running on the beach, and his feet was getting burnt by the sand, the hot sand. Scorching heat was on his body. And he went to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu asked, why are you so late and why are you coming in such a precarious condition? He said, I came by the beach road. Why? Because if I cross the Jagannath temple and I come to your place, it's very short time, very easy to come. But if some pujari of Jagannath or the devotees who are going to see Lord Jagannath, if they step on my shadow also, they will become impure and they have to take bath again. So I don't want to disturb the service of Jagannath. This is the humility Sanatan Goswami had. And Mahaprabhu told Sanatan Goswami that you are you and Haridas, you both are persons fit to enjoy Krishna Prem. He says, Bhakti Rasa Aswadane, you are the best. Mahaprabhu glorifies them so much. So this humility is what we should aspire for. This humility we aspire, understand that we are the most fallen. With that humility, we ask the Supreme Lord for Krishna Prem, the taste for chanting the holy name. Then we receive the right to receive these topics and we get to relish Krishna Prem. We can see the pastime of Jagai Mada is just to unfold. We all know. Just by accepting that they were the most fallen and begging forgiveness at the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, the two brothers received Krishna Prem and they became the best among devotees. They became reinstated. They were actually born in Brahmana family, but they became so degraded. After receiving the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they became not only reinstated to the qualification of Brahmana, but even more, they became perfect Vaishnavas. So that is the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. And in the previous purport, Siddhanta Thakur says, such pastime happen even today. But Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Adyapi ho Shri Lila kohe Gaura Rai, kuno kuno bhagyavan dekhi bare pai. Even today in Navadvip Dham, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performing pastimes. Even today in the whole world, by mercy of Prabhupada, Mahaprabhu's pastime is going on. Wherever there is Sankirtan going on, wherever there is book distribution going on, wherever there is Gaur Katha going on, that is all the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is not that Mahaprabhu's pastimes are over. His mercy for the next 10,000 years, the golden age. Why is it called the golden age? Because the golden avatar is still performing his pastimes. He is in Navadvip Dham, unseen to mundane eyes. The Lord is still performing Kirtan in the house of Srivas Angan. If you can come to, if you all come to Navadvip Dham or come to Srivas Angan and do Kirtan, actually we are performing Kirtan in the association of all those great personalities. In Keturi, when Narottam Das Thakur performed Gaura Purnima, Jano Mata and all the Srinivas Acharya, all the leading Vaishnavas present at that time, they all came. And in their presence, the Panchatatva again reappeared. Everyone saw with their own eyes. So wherever Sankirtan happens with a pure motive, there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates are personally present. It is just that we cannot see. But in Keturi, the love of God was so much that everyone with their own eyes, they could see Panchatva performing Kirtan, Panchatva dancing. So like that, the Sankirtan custom is still going on everywhere. The golden age is still going on. The offer is still on for us to grab it. So let's proceed. Shabare bhajite Krishna Prabhur Adesh Tar madhye atishaya papira visesh. Nityanand was telling with his own lips. The Lord's order is for everyone to worship. But this is especially meant for the Muslim. This volume of taking the whole name of the Lord to door and making everyone to chant. This is especially meant for the sinful. Shabare bhajite Krishna Prabhur Adesh Tar madhye. Sorry. Bolibar bharo matro atma dokar. বলিবার ভার মাত্র আমাদ হাকার বলিলে না লাই যাবে সেই ভার তার. Our responsibility is to simply repeat the Lord's words. If people do not follow, that is his responsibility. Bhar, the weight or the responsibility is, what is our responsibility? Bolibar, to tell them the order of the Lord. The Lord said, carry my order and go and tell everyone this. So our order is telling, mentioning it to the people. They follow or not is his responsibility. Whose responsibility? Not the person whom we are saying, but the responsibility of the person who gave us this order. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's responsibility if they follow or not. He told us, go and tell them. That's it. So let's go and tell. Purport. Sri Mahaprabhu's order to Srila Nityananda Prabhu and Srila Haridas was to request everyone to worship Krishna. If by the will of the Lord, the audience does not listen to their humble presentation and thus invites inauspiciousness on themselves, then Mahaprabhu, the order giver, takes part in the result. So this is exactly the mode of, what should be the mode of the preachers when we all go out for preaching. We just have to do our duty. Our duty is by hook or crook, with just like the humility that Nitai and Haridas have, in the proper mode with humility, go and present Srila Prabhupada's books and our Vaishnava subject matter to the people in general. Whether they accept or not is not our issue at all. Our responsibility is to go and give them the message of the Lord. We should not be result oriented at all. If the person, we already saw how Nitai and Haridas were facing different criticism also. They were being chastised, they were being trying to beat. So there will be a lot of issues coming for sure. But we should not be moved by any of these different repercussions we will face. In Prabhupada's movement also, we have seen how so many disciples of Prabhupada, in their preaching attempt, they were jailed, they were punished, they faced so many issues. But the movement just continues. The fire should just continue. Do our duty. How they get back is not our issue. Who has to take care of it? The Lord will take care. We should have full faith that we have just done our part of giving the message to them. The Lord is powerful. If he wants to give them mercy, it will be given. But we should take the mercy of the Lord to them. That is the beauty of this movement. Next verse.
We are doing until 76, I think, for today.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, we can conclude with the next verse. So the next verse is just that Nityananda and Haridas, they both after they speak in this way, after Nityananda Prabhu is very softly. We know how these verses were spoken by Nityananda Prabhu. He is embracing Haridas Thakur and softly telling Haridas. Okay, so this is our duty. Let's go and tell them. So the next 77th verse, Nityananda and Haridas, they both go to meet Jaga and Madhai. He's going to go and speak to the drunkards. So that is where Vrindavan Das Thakur leaves us for today. এইখানে রহিল গ্রন্থ অমৃতের লহরি vadana বলিয়া সবে বলো হরি হরি. This verse is by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This verse is generally sung after the end of every class of Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya Bhagavat, which means that Eikhane Ruhilo Grantho Amritera Lahari. Let's put a pause. For today, the book is here. Eikhane Ruhilo Grantho. What kind of a book? Amritera Lahari. It is a waves of nectar. Let's put for a pause today. Vadana Boliya Shabe Bolo Hari Hari. All of you with your mouth full. Vadana Boliya. Face full, mouth full. Fully chant Bolo Hari Hari. In this way, they used to end their class. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak. And I beg at the lotus feet of all of you that please pray and bless me that may I be able to preach the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the words of Prabhupada, just like Nityananda and Haridas, with that humility and that faith and not being result oriented in my preaching activities, may I be able to preach and get the mercy of please Nityananda Prabhu, please my spiritual master, please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari. Hare Krishna Mataji. What a beautiful, beautiful class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mataji. It was a very, very nicely done class. I really loved how you said, how you compared. Of course, Srila Prabhupada is always, he's in the lineage of Nitai, but how you said so beautifully, the mood. Nitai, he says, I'll be established as Chaitanya Radas when Jagai and Madhai will be delivered. So Srila Prabhupada in the same way, I can now just to follow the instructions of his spiritual master and to be called as his dasa, he came here. And he delivered all those, oh my God, all the intoxicated and how they were lying at the doorstep of his house in Bauri, and he would walk over them. How much of mercy Srila Prabhupada has given to all of us. We've talked about glories of Harinam, and where Sankirtan happens, the Panchatattva will come. So nice, Mataji. You gave us so much of assurance today, and you made me realize and what a glorious moment I am in. Thank you for that, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji wants to share something. Do you have a little time?
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. First of all, thank you so much for accepting the class in the last minute. I know you have a small baby, still you came and gave the class. Mataji, very, very grateful to you. And thank you so much for always giving a summary from where we are and you bring here to the particular words that we are doing today. And you explain very nicely how Nityananda is so merciful, giving out this Krishna Prema to everyone, not seeing who is qualified, not qualified. And if you are sinful, then you are only first person qualified to take this. So this is very, very nice, Mataji. And I really like the last verse that you have said for the Chaitanya Bhagavata or Chaitanya Charitamrita that you recite. That verse is very nice, Mataji. It's so lively. I feel like you're telling, okay, this is where you are stopping. You'll see tomorrow. It's very beautiful. Please share that verse with me, Mataji. I would like to read it. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Even Guru Maharaj, when he gives Chaitanya Lila class, he always says no. So, okay, this is where the pastime is today. Be tuned in. Tomorrow we'll continue.
Yeah, that he says, but I don't know if I heard the verse from him. Maybe I'm not attentive. If he said the verse and I did not hear, maybe.
I've not heard this verse. I heard this verse from Gauranga Prem Maharaj. Guru Maharaj Sanyas disciple Gauranga Prem Maharaj. He's in charge of Namhata preaching in Mayapur.
Okay.
So he, in the Bengali classes, he recites this verse after every class.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, Guru Maharaj always says this is the pass for today. Tomorrow we'll go for the next. Yes, thank you so much, Mataji. Very grateful to you.
We were discussing about Nityananda Prabhu's preaching, how Nityananda Prabhu's mood is preaching. We are so fortunate to have Japatak Guru Maharaj with us, who is Nitai Kripa Pradayane, who is by his personal example, he's showing how was Nityananda Prabhu's mood. We are reading about it, but he personifically shows it. This is the mood of Nityananda Prabhu's preaching. I just remembered this point.
Yes, Mataji, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for the very wonderful session. Really grateful. And as you said, yes, Nitai Kripa Pradayane as Maharajas, so we should also follow in his footsteps. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the beautiful session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Kiran Mataji is thanking in the chat box for your class. And there are no more realizations. With your permission, shall we end, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
And Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, can you share that verse with me too? Bhaktivinoda
Sure,
Thakur.
Mataji, definitely when Mataji shares.
Mataji, you can share it in the group also.
Sure, Mataji, definitely. I'll share it. I like the verse, yes.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So let me pay my obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Mataji. Panchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhyevcha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Caitanya Bhagavat ki jai,
Ki
Srila
jai.
Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Her Grace Antaranga Tulsi Mataji ki jai.
Ki jai,
Jai.
jai,
Mataji,
jai.
koti
Hare
dandat
Krishna
pranam, Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
Dandat Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you, Mataji.
We'll close the call today for Hare Krishna. Thank you.